Hey everybody, a certain topic came to mind, and it was basically stories of people that have sued other people or sued organizations for very large sums of money. Uh, First one I'm going to start off with is widely known, I'm sure you know it. Uh, the lady that bought coffee from a fast food restaurant, and she spilled it on her leg, and she burned herself. So she sued the fast food restaurant because the coffee was hot. That's why you always see the warnings and cautions about it being hot on all the products. It's pretty funny. The next one, the lady that sued McDonald's because her child was fat and obese. I guess she took her kid to McDonald's a lot and he was obese, so she sued him. I don't know if she actually won that. You'd think that'd be a little ridiculous. But, yeah. Then you have the people that rob places and then sue the owner of the place. Like this one guy, he broke a window of this guy's house. He snuck in and he stole a bunch of stuff. And the owner of the house pulled out a gun and I guess chased him back to the window that was broke. And I guess the robber jumped out and like cut his leg. So he sued the owner of the house because of the broken window, which he broke because he got cut from it. It's so funny, man. Alright, that's one of them. Now here's another robber sue story. This guy broke into a garage. I guess the garage was like somehow unlocked, or he got in somehow, like through, I don't know how, but he got into this garage and he pretty much was locked in it. Somehow he locked himself in, or it was locked after, I don't know, it was locked in. And the family was on vacation at the time, so he was locked in this garage for like, I guess like 2 or 3 days without food. So he sued the people that owned the house because they didn't have any food there, and he almost starved to death, I guess. That's ridiculous. Like I said, I don't know if all these are true, but I hear them a lot, and I believe they are, but I don't know. Pretty freaking ridiculous, aren't they? Another one, I've heard this from a family member. I wish I knew if this was true. I thought it was a little funny. This guy was riding his bicycle down the road. I guess he was on the road, and it was like nighttime. It was like a little dark out, and he got hit by an 18-wheeler truck that was going through town or something. I don't know. And it didn't like crush him or anything. It didn't like permanently injure him, from what I'm aware of. It pretty much was like a really slow hit, and it like bumped him off of his bike. He fell to the ground and had a whiplash, whatever. He really wasn't that hurt, I guess. But anyways, he basically sued the bicycle company for not having bright enough reflectors, or maybe the bike had no reflectors at all. I'm sure it did, because bikes are supposed to have them. But I guess he sued the bike company for not having good enough reflectors. Yeah, bright reflectors. I was dazing off there for a bit. Yeah, good enough reflectors. He sued the helmet company for not having a good enough helmet, because I guess when he fell and he hit his head, he still had bad whiplash, so he sued the helmet company. And then he sued the trucking company, the company that owned the truck, because the guy hit him. I don't know if he sued the driver. He might have sued him too, and he also sued the town for not having bright enough lights. The town lights. So he pretty much sued like 5 different things: the reflectors, the helmet, the truck company, the lights. Like 4 different, he sued 4 different things. That's ridiculous, dude. But yeah, anyways, last thing I want to talk about is, what was it? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm really dazing off. I'm a little tired. This guy, he did research on his state laws, and I guess you know how you hear about some laws that are like not really abolished, they're still like active, but they're like really old, so like no one really, you know, I don't know, maybe they're not around anymore, but back in like the 1970s and stuff, they did have these laws, and I guess he lived in a state where there's a lot of like gunslingers and like cowboys, like a long time ago, and they had laws. And one of the laws was that if you challenge your neighbor to a duel on your own turf and he accepts it, you can actually have a duel. You can have a show off with guns. So I guess this guy had a lot of beef with his neighbor, and he did this research and he read up on it, and he pretty much confronted his neighbor and said, "Hey, let's have a duel, like an actual duel." And his neighbor was like, "All right, I guess." From what I heard, maybe the neighbor was serious. Maybe he knew about it and they were actually going to try to kill each other. But from what I heard was the neighbor was like took it as like a joke, so he was just messing around. You know, they actually had guns, and the neighbor really was just joking around. And they did the standoff, they did the paces, and they turned around and shot. You know, but the neighbor, I guess, when they turned around and shot, like the neighbor was just joking around, so he really didn't shoot. But this guy shot his neighbor right in the head that confronted him about the duel, and I guess he got away with it. He got completely he had nothing against him because that law wasn't abolished. Obviously, it's probably abolished now, but this was back in like the 70s or 80s probably that he did this. Maybe it was recent. I mean, I heard about this probably a couple years back, so maybe it was like in the 1990s. I don't know. But that's pretty interesting and pretty scary if you think about it. But if you have any interesting stories, please share, make a video response or a comment. Thanks for watching.